Our 10 weeks along the Costa del Sol are up, and it's time for the next leg of our Schengen shuffle in Scotland. But first, we need to get there. I don't know how you feel about road trips, but we love them. And because we have the luxury of time, we've customized this one to our specific interests. If you're doing this, you have the opportunity to design an adventure of your own. We're doing 2,100 miles through 5 countries in 15 days. I'm Shellie Bailey-Shaw with International Living. In case you're new here, my husband and I are living in 8 European countries over the next 2 years. No visas, no residency requirements, and no permanent home base. It's called the Schengen Shuffle. And in this episode, I'm going to show you how we shuffled from Spain to Scotland. So let's hit the road. So even though we've been in Spain for 10 weeks, there's still 2 major cities we haven't visited, Valencia and Barcelona. And I haven't been to either of them, so I'm really looking forward to being a tourist. In both cities, our strategy is simple. Park the car and don't touch it. We don't need the stress of driving. Speaking of driving, watch out for low emission zones, now active in over 50 Spanish cities, including Valencia and Barcelona. Some cities require you to register your vehicle online before you enter, so check the rules in advance. It's all camera enforced with fines starting at more than $225. We typically stay in Airbnbs, but we couldn't find any reasonably priced pet-friendly ones close to city parks in Valencia and Barcelona. So we're staying in hotels that accept dogs and are close to the major sites. And our timing was perfect for a beloved Spanish tradition, La Noche de San Juan. Every June 23rd, locals gather here at the beach, they build bonfires, and then at midnight, they jump through the flames or they jump in the Mediterranean or both. It's supposed to bring good luck. So we're about to cross into Andorra, a tiny country between Spain and France. Andorra is not a Schengen country, so the full days that we spend here do not count against our 90-day limit. However, critically, the day we enter and the day we exit do. However, at the border, agents just waved us through, so we didn't get a passport stamp. Instead, we'll keep our own documentation, like our Airbnb receipt, in case our day count ever becomes an issue. We do need to do a little business here in Andorra. As I mentioned in a previous episode, Java needs a tapeworm treatment 1 to 5 days before crossing into the UK. We're in that window right now. So I made an appointment here with an English-speaking vet in advance. We were in and out in just a matter of minutes, and he now has the proper documentation to go to Scotland. One of our personal goals for the Schengen Shuffle is to visit every country in Europe that we haven't already, even the small ones, especially the small ones. The places most people couldn't point to on a map fascinate me. Off the beaten path, rich with natural beauty. Andorra hits all those marks. Andorra has been stunning.
Hey, it's Jen. While Shellie is out here running her own Schengen shuffle, hopping from Andorra into France today, I want to ask you something. Have you picked your country or countries yet? If you are still deciding, here's something that might help. September 5 through 7, our team is hosting the Ultimate Go Overseas Boot Camp at the Tampa Marriott Water Street. It is our only US-based event of 2026. 3 full days covering a dozen plus countries, including Portugal, Panama, Costa Rica, Spain, Mexico, Italy, France, and more, plus sessions on real estate, taxes, health insurance abroad, legal issues, and that is just for starters. Register now to save $200 plus save even more if you're a member of International Living. Attendance is limited by the size of the room, and we are expecting this one to sell out. Critically, your ticket comes with free access to our massive networking hall where you can sit down one-on-one with the experts. If you are ready to upgrade your life, there is no more efficient, effective, or enjoyable way to do it. Scan the QR code right here on the screen or click the link in the description below. Now back to Shellie crossing the border into France.
So we've just crossed into France. Again, no passport check despite coming from a non-Schengen country. Today is a big driving day, about 8 hours through the French countryside. No planned stops, but I am looking forward to where we're staying tonight. Chateau Les Mouilles, just on the edge of the Loire Valley's famous castle region. And believe it or not, it's pet friendly. I can tell Java digs this place. It's the next morning and we're on our way to Calais on the French side of the English Channel. But first, a slight detour to Monet's Gardens in Giverny. So why here? Well, when I was in college, I had a poster of Monet's water lilies on my dorm room wall, and now I'm in the gardens that inspired it. If you're doing a trip like this, make sure that you build in stops that bring you just pure joy. So today's a big day. We're taking the car through the Eurotunnel to the UK. You need to buy these tickets well in advance. There is a car ferry, which is cheaper, but it also takes 3 times as long. Our first step is to take Java through pet check-in. We've never done this before, so we'll see how it goes. We present Java's EU pet passport to the agent. She checks for his tapeworm documentation and scans his microchip. Then we head to the reception hall, where we have time to grab breakfast and sit in the pet zone. One last potty break before going through border control, first for France, then the UK. Finally, we drive onto the train and park. We stay in the car with Java. And in just 35 short minutes, we land on English soil and quickly need to adjust to driving on the left side of the road in a car meant to be driven on the right. So how's it going?
Island, and so far so good.
So we're making a 2-hour pit stop here at the Warner Brothers studio, The Making of Harry Potter in Leavesden, outside of London. Our whole family are unapologetic Potterheads. We love Harry Potter. I actually did this tour back in 2013 with my kids. My husband never has. So while he goes in, I'm taking Java on a very long walk nearby. Sometimes traveling with a dog means that not everyone can do everything together. So our whole trip has been back time to this moment, the start of the F1 race weekend here at Silverstone in England. Yes, Formula One. A couple of years ago, we started watching the Drive to Survive Netflix series and got hooked. Now we're genuine fans, as is our son, who just flew over from the U.S. to join us. So we're really looking forward to sharing this event with him. In case you're wondering, I root for Team Mercedes. My favorite driver is Kimi Antonelli, a 19-year-old who's having a breakout season. We're staying 5 nights in a tiny house near the circuit. The property owner has graciously offered to look after Java on the long race days. Otherwise, I'm not sure how we would have pulled this off.
Jen again. Shellie has got one more push before Scotland becomes home, and that's really the whole point, isn't it? Not just visiting a place, but actually landing there. That's exactly what our Ultimate Go Overseas Boot Camp is built for. September 5 through 7 in Tampa, Florida. It is the only U.S. event we are running in 2026. 3 days of country sessions: Portugal, Panama, Costa Rica, Spain, Mexico, Ecuador, Italy, France, Malaysia, Uruguay, Thailand, and more, plus real estate, retirement planning, and how to actually earn an income once you've made the move. Register now to save $200 or more if you are an IL member. Every attendee also walks away with our Go Overseas roadmap workbook and free recordings of every session. Plus, your ticket gets you into our networking hall where you can sit down with all of our experts one-on-one. Space is limited by the size of the conference room, so don't wait too long. Scan the QR code right here or click the link in the description below. All right, back to Shellie, who is about to finish her last 7 hours on her route to Scotland.
We had a great time at Silverstone. It was so nice to see our son, and the Airbnb hosts were the most hospitable we've ever met. They were so kind to Java. All right, today is the last push, the last 7 hours before we reach our new home in Scotland. We made it. Welcome to Andorra, Scotland, a small village outside of Edinburgh and our home for the next 2 months. I'd give you a tour, but we actually have visitors arriving in a few hours, so I need to go unpack. Next time, I'll introduce you to our new country and the next stage of our Schengen shuffle. Make sure you subscribe to International Living's YouTube channel so you don't miss a thing.